Okay, B'Shem Hashem Na'aseh v'Nasliach. We continue with ילקוט Shabbat. A person המבשל בבין השמשו של ערב שבת או בבין השמשו של מוצאי שבת אף אם עשה כן במזיד בדיעבד יש לעקל לו ליהנות מתבשל בשבת. So if a person came by mezid, knowingly he cooked food on Erev Shabbat going into Shabbat, right? Or in Ben Hashemashot, that is Safek Yom Safek Laila, which is a doubt if it's really Shabbat or not. Even though that he did it knowingly, the halacha is that one could be lenient to allow this food to be used. שאיסור בהאכלת לעשות מלאכה בבין השמשות משום דספק דאורייתא לחומרה. Why there is such a leniency? Because בין השמשות, that 13.5 minutes of שעות זמניות, that is the time, that is the ספק יום, ספק לילה. Maybe it's day, maybe it's night. So it's a chumrah de rabbanan that are because we don't know the status. The Chachamim said, be careful, don't desecrate Shabbat at that time. However, if somebody came and he did it, one can be lenient. One can still allow that food to be used on Shabbat. Yesh la'aqel mishom de'avel safek rabbanan le'kulan. The rule is Safek the Rabbanan Lekula, that if there is doubt of that which our rabbis instituted, we go in a lenient way. Okay, next halakha. Im bishel achar set hakochavim b'leil Shabbat. If a person came and he cooked on Shabbat after set hakochavim, after it starts coming out, which is for sure is Shabbat, אך עדיין לא הגיע זמן סרט הכוכבים אליבא דרבנותם. But it's not the time of סרט הכוכבים according to רבנותם. Right? רבנוtam's timing is later. יש אומרים שגם בזה מותר ליהנות מתבשל בשבת. There are those halakhic authorities that would allow you to go ahead and enjoy this food. Right? ומאחר שלדעת רבנותם והראשונים אין איסור בישול בעת זה. So because according to certain opinions, including רבנותם and other אחרונים, right, it is not Shabbat yet. Shabbat is going to be later. אף שאנו תופסים עיקר לאיסור בזה, בדיעבד מותר ליהנות מתבשל. Now, even though that our halacha is not like Rabbeinu, even though that we do not wait for the time of Rabbeinu to kick in, to keep Shabbat, and we go ahead and still, avoid cooking, but nevertheless, it is asur according to us. But if somebody came and did it by mistake, we can enjoy this food. He can rely on certain rabbis that allow this food, right, to be okay. To us, it seems to be machmir. Our opinion is not like according to Rabbeinu Tam. Right? הגאונים מלין אותו בשבת ללא כל חשש, that we have a mohel here. What about if a baby is born after the time, right? After Set HaKochavim, right? Do we say this Set HaKochavim is not the Set HaKochavim of Rabbeinu Tam, or do we say no, this is Set HaKochavim, right? And Set HaKochavim is Set HaKochavim, so therefore the Brit Milah will be on Shabbat. According to us, we do not go by Rabbeinu Tam which is later time. We say it was born on Shabbat, and therefore the Brit Milah will be on Shabbat. But there are those Ashkenazim who follow, right, the opinion of Rabbeinu Tam, right, Chasidim, mostly Chasidim, right. כן הוא לעניין הנאה מהתפשט שנתפשט בשעה זו דאש נחמין שלא ליהנות ממנו. But according to us Sephardim, when it comes to food, right, we say that no, you should not enjoy this food, right, it was Shabbat, right, we do not go like Hasidim. بدین کدین המבשל בשבת, and we consider that this is a full-fledged cooking on Shabbat. ומכל מקום אם אין לו מאכל אחר, and here is the leniency. If he has no other food to eat, right? We're not talking about, his food is only korma sabzi, right? Maybe he has burgers, right? Go ahead and enjoy the burger, right? And you cannot have the korma sabzi. But if there is nothing there to eat, then you could, right? Then if there is nothing else to eat, then you could even go ahead and eat this food that was cooked on Shabbat after Seta Kochavim, but not the time of Seta Kochavim, right, of Rabbeinu Tam. יכול לסמוך על דעת המשנה ברורה וליהנות מתבשיל זה בשבת אף אם בישול במזיד, even though that it was the purpose cooking, right? Bechabot, go ahead.
So I guess my question is, what is considered a meal? If you just eat the bread without the food, didn't you fulfill the mitzvah, so you don't have to worry
No,
about
we're not talking about meal. We're talking about this is the food that he's eating. If he can go ahead and have bread and is going to be he's going to be satisfied with that, why not? Maybe he has nothing else to eat. This is the only food he has. We're not talking about bread.
Okay, so
this is the only food. Maybe if he doesn't eat this food, he's going to starve.
there's no bread, no nothing.
Nothing. This is the only thing that is left. Now, so we said, if there is something else that he can eat, he should not eat this food that was cooked, right, after Seta Kochavim, right? Because according to us Sephardim, that's Shabbat. We don't say, oh, it wasn't Seta Kochavim of Rabbeinu Tam.
I think, I'm sorry, what you're saying is, if you have bread, right, would you just eat the bread and not eat all the tafshil?
Yes, of course, yes. We said over here, just eat the food.
Tafshil, if you have other tafshil beside the bread, then you eat the other tafshil. Which means beside the bread,
Right.
we eat the other tafshil. But if there is no other tafshil beside the bread, then you eat it.
I understand. My understanding from this halakha is that there is nothing else to eat.
Tafshil.
Right? There is no tafshil. What is this here? That's the only tafshil. Right. Cooked food.
Yeah, so beside the bread is there, right? The question is other tafshil or not. If it's just like, for example, you have a cooked fish
Right.
along with the cooked sabzi or sabzi whatever,
Right.
and this sabzi is cooked, I think, by the before Ramadan. So you said just eat the cooked sabzi and don't eat the sabzi. But if there is nothing else, so you think.
What about just eat the bread?
So you said tafshil.
Interesting. So in other words, maybe if there is nothing else to eat with the bread, then he is allowed to eat this with bread. Maybe because we need to see the footnotes here. Maybe because he won't have oneg Shabbat. Maybe having the bread alone would not be enough for him.
Who's the one that did the cooking? Is it?
Huh?
It's not oneg.
It's not oneg. Maybe because of oneg Shabbat. Yes.
Who's the one that did the cooking? Is it the person that keeps his mango anim and he did the cooking on Ben Hashmashat? Or is it a person that holds like Rabbeinu Tam?
No, it doesn't say that the person holds like Rabbeinu Tam. It's talking about a Sephardi person. It's talking about Sephardim. A Sephardi who cooked after Seta Kochavim b'mezid, right? If he has no other tafshil, no other cooked food to eat, he can eat this food. But if he has other food to eat, then he cannot eat this food.
So it seems like if a person that keeps Rabbeinu Tam, l'chatchila he can eat the food. Because according to him, it's not Shabbat, but he holds like Rabbeinu Tam l'chatchila. So if he cooks on Shver Shloshim, you can eat with no problem.
Seems like that. Yeah. Seems like that. Okay, like according to those Hasidim. Yes. Next halakha, המתבשל בשבת במזיד שהתבשיל אסור לו לעולמית. Now, we know the rule is if a person cooked on Shabbat, right, knowingly that it's Shabbat, then that food that he cooked is asur le'olam va'ed, forever. It's prohibited for him ever. והגדרה שבישל בה מותרת לו למוצאי שבת. Now, the גדרה ואין הסריחה שום הכשר. Now, what is the גדרה? גדרה שבישל בה מותרת לו למוצאי שבת ואין הסריחה שום הכשר, ומכל מקום אם אפשר נכון להחמיר להגעיל את הגדרה ואף כלי חרס יש להתארס ולסוף. I'm not sure exactly.
He's saying that since the food is also, right?
Yes.
So hence to the pot.
It's talking about qidra. That's the pot. What about the pot? Is the pot going to be asur or not? So it says the pot that was cooked in it, right? Doesn't need to be kosher, right? The food inside was kosher, right? It's not like the food becomes asur. That's the pot, right? ומכל מקום אם אפשר נכון להחמיר להגעיל את הגדרה. However, it's good to be מחמיר and to do hagala on the qidra.
When did he make the food? Ben Hashmashot or Shabbat?
No, it says that he did it on Shabbat,
Oh, on Shabbat.
not Ben Hashemashot, no Rabbeinu Tam, nothing. ואף כלי חרס יש להתירם בהגלה ג' פעמים. Now, if it's כלי חרס, earthenware clothing, not clothing, a pot, right? There are those who would allow it to be done haggadah on it 3 times. Keli cheres.
Not to break it.
Not to break it. Only up to 3 times.
Even though that's fancy can do Haggadah.
Right.
Because you really don't need Haggadah.
You don't really need to do it 3 times.
Good to do.
Good to do it, right? אבל לאחרים הגדרה mutaret, but for others this part is alright. אף בלי הכשר לכל הדעות. Because what others did, they didn't do anything. This seems to be a qnas. This seems to be a punishment for this guy that next time he should not go ahead and do such a thing. ולכן מי שהוריו מחללי שבת ומבשלים גם בשבת. So if therefore, somebody's parents who are not Shabbat observant yet, right, and they cook on Shabbat, right, אף ששומרים על הכשרות, even though that they keep the kashrut and everything, מותר לו לאכול אצלם בימי החול. This son or daughter can go ahead and eat that food which was cooked on Shabbat by the parents on the weekdays. אף שמבשלים באותם הכלים שבישלו בהם בשבת. And we don't say these kelim should have done hagala, should have been kasher. No problem. The keli can be used, right, for the children. The children can eat the food that was cooked in such a container. והם עברו ובישלו אחר השבת באותה גדרה שבישל לתוכה. And if the parents went ahead and they cooked in that pot which was used on Shabbat knowingly, אף אם בישול בגדרה במזיד, אין לצריך לשער, right, כנגד הבלועה בכלי. So one does not need to wait till this there is a shishim or something goes inside to make it batel b'shishim or to cash it. No, right? There is no such a gizera by Chachamim. The kids can enjoy food cooked in those pots that were used by parents on Shabbat. Right. Next halakha, מי שעבר ונתן בשבת בשים לא מבושלות עם חליפתן לתוך קדרה חמין והביסים נתבשלו אף שאסור לאכול מהביסים בשבת, ככל דבר שנתבשל באיסור בשבת. Now if a person had these eggs, right, he put it on Shabbat in a qadara, but on Shabbat, like perhaps before Shabbat, right, it did not cook, so it was cooked on Shabbat. This is asur to be eaten. Why? Because this was cooked on Shabbat. מכל מקום אין לאסור לתבשיר ומותר לאכול בשבת. One second. וגם אין צריך לבדוק
If the tafshil was cooked before,
if it was cooked
Shabbat,
before.
you put the egg on the tafshil, on the cholent.
If the cook was exactly. If the food was already cooked and somebody added raw eggs, right? So
yes.
the raw egg cooked during the Shabbat.
Yes.
Right? These raw eggs can be used, right, on Shabbat. بگم این صریف لیبدوخ ام یش بسیم دم اولو, and obviously this egg does not need to be checked, right, because it was in whole. It was cooked in whole, right? On this egg, so 1 second. So the egg is asur. Exactly, the egg is asur, but the food, exactly, the egg is asur, but would not make the tafshil, the chamim, the cholent asur. Okay, Azak Baruch. میلی خنانی هم نرشمان را سقرش و خل زکل اسرائیل پیکار کنم تورا میسوشن مرد نخواست مسیح یادی تورا یادی ایت کردن